Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime Fun. I dedicate this next story to my grandchildren, Ethan, Denver, Summer, and Violet, whom I love to have fun with. Today's story is out of the Superheroes Storybook, written by Carolyn Larson. And today's superhero that we're reading about is Superhero Peter, walking on water, based on Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 33. Jesus had been teaching a crowd of people for a long time. He was tired and wanted some time by himself to rest and pray. So he told his disciples to get in a boat and cross a big lake. He would join them later on the other side of the lake. The disciples did what Jesus told them to do. But in the middle of the night, a big storm came up on the lake. The little boat bounced around on the waves, and a strong wind blew lots of water into it. The disciples were afraid. They thought that their boat was going to sink. About that time, one of them looked out through the rain and blowing water and saw a figure of a man walking through the storm on top of the water. At first, they were all scared. They thought it was a ghost, but it wasn't a ghost. It was Jesus. "Don't be afraid," he called out to them. "It's me." Peter shouted, "If it's really you, Jesus, let me walk on the water and come out to you." Jesus told him to come. And Peter jumped right out of the boat and walked on top of the water to Jesus. But then Peter took his eyes off of Jesus and looked at the big waves and the strong wind, and all of that scared him, and he sank down into the water. "Ah! Jesus, save me!" he cried. Right away, Jesus grabbed his hand and pulled him up. "Oh, Peter," Jesus said, "you need to have more faith." Superhero characteristic. Peter did something humanly impossible. He walked on water. He could only do that because he had faith in Jesus. He stepped out in faith and kept his eyes on Jesus. Superhero tip. You can do amazing and unbelievable things if Jesus wants you to. Just step out in faith and keep your eyes on Jesus. Don't let things scare you. Have faith in him. When your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. James chapter 1, verse 3. Well, that's it for today. See you next time.